welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've done a budgeting video, and I will get to the budgeting video. I do want to let you know that right now I'm currently standing in what was my roommate's room. She has moved out, and I'm sad that she's no longer living here because she is my friend. And so I'm sad that I'm not going to see her as often, but I am happy because this is going to be my new office. So I thought I'd do a video. There's no furniture in here. There is a twin bed, which will be a guest bed, but there's no other furniture in here. So I thought we'd do the first video in here because that is where the rest of these videos will probably be filmed sit-down wise. So I thought, let's go ahead and get into the budget. Obviously, a lot to catch up on. So many expenses, different things like I forgot that I needed to buy a router and modem because they were my roommates. So that kind of expense. And then also my taxes are getting done, and I do have a return because I didn't know with my new income what adjustments I need to make. So I have a pretty sizable return coming back, and that won't be added in this video because I haven't gotten it yet, but that will be added this month. So we'll see those changes made. So let's go ahead and take a look at my budget, see where we are, and yeah, I'm excited to see where I am. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, guys. So let's start out with obviously the over budget here. That's due to some changes that I had to make, but you'll kind of see how that's going below. So for income for week 1, because I have not done any updates with you guys. We're almost towards the end of the month. I made $520.67. And on week 2, I made $519.58. And on week 3, I made $552.35. So $552.35. For week 3, this is when my raise has taken effect. I didn't work. This is around what my income is going to be with overtime. So it did go up a good amount. So that'll what it'll be from now on. So now, as you can see, I more than made up for that underpayment there. So my roommate, though, since she moved out halfway through the month, she only paid half of rent, which is more than fair. So she actually only paid me $271.04. And then my parents paid me for their Netflix already, and my grandparents paid me for their Netflix. So I need to put this in here. There we go. And this is based on the new prices of Netflix going up. So I'll just have one more week of income right here. Right? No, 2 more weeks of income, I believe, is correct. I might be wrong on that. I need to check how many Fridays there are. But either way, so that is what my income's looking like. Giving, I've done really bad. I've gone out of town. This is actually the first weekend I've been in town in a while. So I have not given anything this month. So I will reflect it on next week's, how many Sundays I've missed and how many I'm paying. And then my grandparents, obviously this expense has already, it has not gone out yet. That was my personal one that has gone out, not theirs yet. Savings, again, nothing has changed. It's still $1,004.49. Housing, my rent hasn't come in, my water hasn't come in, my natural gas was exactly what we thought it would be. My electricity, there was a new credit put on my account due to some merger things that are going on with the company. So it actually ended up being $71.63 instead. Internet, $76.49. Still haven't spent anything on household maintenance. I am going to have to buy a shower curtain and a couple other things. Since my roommate has moved out, I have a spare bathroom now, and so I need a shower curtain in there. A lot of the stuff I'm just going to ask for my birthday or holidays, or maybe buy spaced out, but I really do need to get a shower curtain. That's something that I feel like is kind of a priority in there. The rest of the stuff I can do without. I'm taking a trash can from a bedroom. I'm taking extra toilet paper out of one of my storage bins and putting it in there. I have some extra towels, so anything like that's kind of taken care of, but I do need to go ahead and grab a shower curtain at the very least. So you'll see that reflected sometime this month. Pet care, I've only spent $13 for my dog's nail trim and then her medicine for next time she goes in. For those of you that don't know, my dog does not like getting her nails trimmed to the point where even the vet has a hard time. So I have to give her a medicine that kind of calms her down before she goes in. And so the nail trim plus the medicine cost me $13. I will also probably have to get her food before the month runs out, so I'm not going to go ahead and finish off that category. Gas, I have spent a lot in gas. As you can see, I only have $12 remaining, and we still have half the month. So I'm probably going to have to go over my budget there. We'll see just how much. I have been traveling a lot. I've been going back and forth a lot, and then my brother moved, and so I went ahead and purchased some gas for him when he was moving due to the fact that he was almost out of gas and he'd been spending a lot of money on moving. So I went ahead, and that was kind of a gift from me. And so I went ahead, and that's in my gas. I know it's a gift, but it was gas is what was purchased. So I went ahead and put it in this category. I've not gotten an oil change. I'm kind of hoping that I end up not needing an oil change, but since I've been driving so much, I probably will. And maintenance, I have not spent anything. For food, I have not yet gotten groceries this month. I will be going and getting groceries tomorrow, so you will see how much I spent next week. Now, my roommate is moving out, and there are certain things like salt and a couple other things that are kind of basic staples that were hers. So I'm going to be spending money on getting those staples back in. Eating out, I have eaten out a couple of times since the beginning, both on the 1st and on the 6th. I've actually eaten out another time since then, and but I used a gift card, and so that is why that is not reflected on here. My reward is $24.93, and I may end up taking that reward and going ahead and putting it on gas if I need to. I really would like to spend this as a reward, but at the end of the day, paying off my debt is really important to me, so I might just move it up to gas. But at this moment, I'm not going to be moving it. Lifestyle is obviously where you see the big difference. Miscellaneous is the first big change. I had to buy the router and modem. It cost me $322.05. Now there's a new type of router available on the market, and it's really cool, and I was really struggling getting a signal in a couple of my rooms. So I actually bought 2 routers. They were each $99. So that's reflected in this cost right here. I am going to be taking one of the routers back. But until that happens, this is the total that I spent. So I went ahead and put that in here, and then I will go ahead and put the money that I'm getting back back in my income when I find out how much I am getting back. So I'm hoping to take that back next weekend, and so that is what that is. My hair appointment is not until I think this week or next week, and so that will be reflected here. My medical bill, still have not gotten my medical bill. I've called, and I think they're just decided they're not going to take my calls anymore because no one will call me back, so I'm just going to keep bothering them. My phone bill did come in actually today, and so that was $36.36. My Netflix came in on the 13th, so that has been paid for. My Spotify has not, my Hulu has not, my Acorns did. So I am going to go ahead right here for lifestyle and change this to $322.05 just to know what's going on. And then my debt. So obviously you can see I'm $287.20 over my budget. And I had a comment in my last budgeting video about how I'm using every dollar wrong, and they were very polite the way they said it. So let's just say it that way. They were very polite when they said it, but they told me that I was doing every dollar wrong and I shouldn't change the planned column. And so I want you to know that no, technically you're not supposed to change the plan column. The reason I do that is because when I was doing it the way you were intended, I was not sticking with my budget. So by changing the planned column, when I am done, when I know how much money is available, so like my phone, for example, I budget $40, but when I have paid out and I know that that is done, it's $36.36. I change that because it changes the number up here, and then I know that it's lazy, but especially with the way that I record these videos, I can have the automatic calculations like that to know that I have $876.04 going to paying off my debt. So that's one of the reasons I do it, and the other reason is I didn't tend to stick to my budget when I did it the other way, and when I do it this way, in my brain, I don't know why, but it really helps me see the numbers right there in my face, and it helps me. So please be aware that I am aware I'm not doing it the way you're supposed to. You're not supposed to change the planned numbers, only the spent numbers, or if you use them the other way, the remaining numbers. So you can change it to remaining. You're supposed to just change that. However, for the purpose of the way I need to see it, I do change the plan column at the end. So you saw that I did change. The only one that I've really ever changed is this one. So you saw how I did change that one, and that number is not going to change. I'm done with miscellaneous stuff that I know of. I spent that money, and so I am done. So I'm done with that. I'm done with my phone bill. So I changed those to match the amount that I spent because it calculates better. So I am aware that I'm not doing it correctly. Thank you to the person that pointed it out because I knew that I wasn't doing it correctly, but I've never really brought it up or mentioned it. And so their comment kind of really told me that I do need to explain it. So I'm hoping that helps. If you have more questions and you want to kind of let me know politely down in the comments, if you have any questions, you can ask. Honestly, I'm using it the way that is best for me to stick to my budget. So at the end of the day, I think that Dave Ramsey would be okay with me using it this way with the fact that I'm sticking to my budget. It helps me stick with my budget and really helps me see how much I'm paying off in student loans, which greatly affects me when I see this number and when I see the percentage change. I'm sorry, my dog. Ivy, can you please stop? Thank you. So I think he would be okay with it. If he's not, I don't know what to say. This is just really helping me pay off debt. So I know that it's not the right way. If you want to do it the correct way, I say go for it. I think that that's great. I do also have, so the reason that my number here was because I added the line item taxes, because I did get my taxes done. And the reason that I haven't added the amounts yet is because I did get my taxes, but I left the forms at my parents' house telling me how much I'm getting back, and I haven't asked them how much. So I'm just waiting till it gets in my bank account or until I can remember to ask them before I can add it to my income. So that is my budget as of right now. As you can see, my debt went down to 35%. It's not great, but we still have a couple weeks and a tax return to go through, and I'm taking back one of those routers. So there you guys go. That is my budget update for March so far. I really want to thank the person that made the comment about explaining how I use every dollar different than it's probably the rules kind of want you to use it. I hope that I explained it well enough. And if you have any more questions like that, or maybe why do you do this, I don't mind you asking as long as you're polite. If you're going to be rude about it, I'm not going to answer the question just because I'm not going to respond to it. But if you're polite and you really are curious about something, please ask the question below, and I will try to answer them. Now, if it goes really, really personal, then I may not answer it, but I may, so just go ahead and ask. So, if it has to do with the financial stuff, the way I do my budget, what I spend my money on, ways that I could lower my bill, or how I've lowered my bills, please leave comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe this video, and share with your friends if you are trying to budget, if you are just curious, I guess, and want to watch videos like this. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what baby stuff you are. I want to be involved in a debt-free community. People becoming debt-free, people that are debt-free, just because I know watching these types of videos really keeps me motivated. I follow several YouTubers on Instagram. I listen to all of Dave Ramsey's podcasts, so it really helps me. So I'm hoping that it's helping you guys, no matter where you are. So I will see you guys next time. I promise I'm going to try to keep on a schedule now that things are settling down. I know I said that last video, but I didn't know my roommate was going to be moving out so soon. So now that that's settled down, I get to paint this wall. I get to kind of rearrange some furniture, and I'm really excited. So I will see you guys next time. I promise again that I will try my best to upload more regularly, and I'm hoping to have some really great videos. So if you're curious about anything, let me know again in the comments below. Maybe I can do a video about it. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!